Hello, everybody. Welcome to Two Nerds, One Quest. Apparently, Norm's pulling the stunts on me this morning.
I gave you the warning. I said,
I
all
am
right,
your
kids.
host. You did say, all right, kids. I didn't know that was the warning. Is that the warning? I'll listen to that from now on. I am your host and DM, JC, here with these three nerds because, math is hard. That man that spoke already is Tom M. Norman playing Aronan this morning. How you doing, buddy?
Yo, yo, what is going on, people of the internet and friends in real life?
The internet is for porn. That man nodding his head in agreement is Ryan Crixus-Coot.
Yeah, I mean, amongst other things, of course. But, hey, what's going on? Happy Father's Day to all the dudes with little people out there.
Oh, there it is. Happy Father's
little
Day.
people. They're not so little anymore. They're
Not as much.
rather big people. So,
Absolutely.
and the man, yep, that last voice you heard right there that's sneaking in. The man, the myth, the legend, the lore master, the lazy dragon, Jeff Doc Williams. How you doing, buddy?
D&D on Sundays is for dads and anybody else. And
D&D on Sundays is for dads, and there's Norm.
Yeah.
Speaking of kids, there are Norm's kids going nuts, or at least the equivalent of his kids. Apparently, someone is at the door, or it's just a random butterfly outside, and they go, "Whoa, hey, let's bark at this."
squirrel.
Damn near.
Squirrel, yep, squirrel. So, Jeff, you do have a recap of what happened last week, and possibly a limerick.
I do. I can't say the limericks are getting better, but we started with a 200-year-old mummy explaining some parts of the area with the moon dial and things, and as we looked inside of the elven tomb, the moose rushed out and knocked Aronan over, so that started a quite lengthy fight with the large beast. We were successful. Ellie took an antler for proof that it was gone, and while she needed a rest, Aronan and Doc examined the moon dial and found that there was no snow on it, and found some words in Elvish that gave clues to the rest of this place. Then we all headed inside, and Aronan thought he heard something, so he headed down a path without the rest of us because, not as stealthy. So he got to a small room. The door was cracked open. As he opened it, he saw a sarcophagus with light shining down, and out jumped a woman and a small bush. And for your entertainment pleasure, the moose was overly annoyed. Once defeated, the party was overjoyed, till a woman jumped out with a blue-stained mouth, yelling, 10 towns will be destroyed.
Nice. Very nice. Let's get I'm getting some stats together here. This is I'm getting bush stats. Sounds weird.
Critically important.
Let's see.
I mean, to be fair, you have to appreciate that even in a sarcophagus, the woman has a very small bush, so she's thinking ahead here. Too much? Too much for a Sunday morning?
No, not at all. I just gotta do a little math here.
It's a feng shui thing.
I don't. It's a feng shui thing. Okay, let's do that then. All right. So she jumps up. This druid in like white fur and with staff and all this stuff. You got the blue stained mouth and everything, and she yells, 10 towns will be destroyed, if not by my hand, then the Frost Maidens. Let's roll an initiative there, Norm. And everyone else, we can all get into this. like these little dice. They're fun.
I'm muted.
Yeah, I am muted. I had everything
Yes,
all set
you
up
are.
except for my character, which is fantastic. All right, initiative.
And
While everyone's rolling, a little word to the wise for those of you making barbarians: always rage.
yeah. The amount of damage you took that turn on Friday was insane.
I took 100.
You got clobbered.
I figured it out. I ended up taking 170 plus in that battle.
Yeah, that was a.
And if I would have,
You're kind of the only one that took a lot,
still
though.
100 down, and had I been raging, I'd only be down like 20.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing how that works. So
I got 16.
put this.
I
All
also have 16.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah.
I, of course,
Do you also have 16?
have 16.
All right. So who's got the highest dex? That's Aronan,
That's
right?
it now. Doc is 14. So plus
I'm
2.
Oh, I need to roll Ellie's.
Come on, get a
Lonely
16.
girl. Nope. She's got a 0.
What?
She has a -1 initiative, and she rolled a 1.
Makes
So
sense.
Ellie is last.
So she's just going home.
All right. Aronan, Doc, Crixus. Is that the order then?
Yeah.
Doc,
Yeah, that sounds right.
Crix. All right. And you guys are all in 16. So Aronan. She jumps up. You guys hear this yelled from this chamber down the hall and are suddenly made aware. You kind of all look at each other like, what the fuck? Aronan, what would you like to do? She seems hostile.
Yeah, she does seem hostile. I have if I remember correctly, I have my dagger in my right hand. So, and the door.
Short sword.
No, I had my dagger because I was going to poke something in the eye
Yeah.
if
Just your
it came
dag.
at me. What's that?
Oh, yeah, that's right. I thought you had both, your short
Nope,
sword and your
just my dagger.
Oh, just your
So-
dagger. Okay.
I am going to throw my hands up in the air, kind of like I mean no
You don't
harm.
care?
Yeah, and I'm going to wave them from here to there. And and I'm going to say, stop. We aren't a part of 10 Towns.
She looks at you through squinted eyes. What do you mean you're not part of 10 Downs? You're in this tomb.
Yes,
This is
but
my tomb. This is my home.
we are not from 10 Towns. We are from the South. We are investigators. I'm going to try and drag out time to give everybody else time to like catch up to where I am and hopefully get my back if
Okay.
it comes to that. Because I know that Crixus
Okay, we'll pause.
is a little bit more wordy than I am, and he's a little more gentle on the words.
Okay. So what we're going to do is we'll pause the initiative right here. I want you to make a charisma check. Because you're talking to her.
I am a charismatic
Actually, you can even make a
motherfucker.
persuasion.
Persuasion?
If you want to make a persuasion, you can do that as well.
Persuasion or deception?
Because you're just trying to
Persuasion
talk to
for
her.
just stalling.
He has not lied yet. The second he lies, it'll be deception. But until
21.
he lies, it's persuasion. 21. So you keep talking to her. You're keeping her talking. You're keeping her engaged in this. The 4 upstairs, because the mummy's up there as well. What are Crixus, Doc? Ellie kind of looks at you guys for a cue. What are you guys doing?
Run. Towards,
Yeah,
not away.
Yeah, definitely the
Run.
plan is to, as soon as we hear another voice in the cavern, besides Aronon's, it's all-out sprint towards the room.
So you all sprint towards the room. Doc, you're wearing heavy armor, right? like plate armor stuff.
Yeah,
Crixus is
mine's
as well.
not the noisy kind. I intentionally took the breastplate because it wasn't noisy, but it is. I believe
Okay.
it's heavy armor.
Ellie's stuff is noisy, and she's gonna run after you guys. So she's gonna make a bunch of noise coming down this tunnel, and there's gonna be the echoing of armor and stuff, and chink, 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 and weapons out. Who is the first one? Doc, probably, because you said you were taking off running first. So Doc, you come busting through the door.
Yeah, I also have the
The
lowest
door flings
speed.
open Oh, you also have the lowest speed? Then it would
25 versus
probably... Well,
30. I mean, depends on how fast I got a head start.
if you guys start running, Ellie would beat you both there. She's got the equal speed to Crixus, but Crixus is older than her and a little bit heavier set. So she beats the both of you. She's the first one through the door. The door slams open, and you all see Aronan talking to this woman standing on a sarcophagus. He's got his hands in the air, and is trying to talk to her. And the second you guys burst through the door, she takes a defensive stance again and says, "Who are they? You said you weren't here to fight. They come running with weapons drawn."
We're not here to fight. We're not here to fight. These are my companions. And I'm going to say it loud enough to be sure that
Tell them to drop their weapons.
You guys?
Tell them to drop their weapons now.
And I'm going to put my dagger back in my holster. Or back on my side.
Ellie drops her mace. Her shield kind of hangs on her arm.
He pretends to drop his weapon, but just hides it behind his back.
Make a sleight of hand check for me, please.
Ooh, not bad. 18.
18. Yep, you're good. She does not notice you do this. Crixus, do you drop your weapons?
Can I just hook it onto my belt?
Sure. Yeah, you hook it onto your belt, present your hands, kind of. Okay.
Yeah, I still have my shield, but
She's still got her staff up. She's holding it towards you guys. What do you want?
And I'm going to kind of wave Crixus forward like, come, explain. Otherwise, I'm going to end up killing this. Yeah, you're the good talker. I'm going to say to her, my friend Crixus here is going to explain everything. He's very, very peaceful. And I'm going to take a step back. So I'm going to make room for him in the entrance.
Doc will edge sideways. Whichever side the bush is on, Doc will edge that way along the outside wall, if he can. Very slowly.
I'll say, you and me, real talk.
Are you going to keep edging to get close to it?
Very slowly.
Okay.
You and me, real talk.
Real talk, madam. We are here.
She kind of puts her staff down, but she's still holding it, and she's looking at you intently.
We are here to investigate on a spectral elk. We located him, however, he will no longer be a problem. Perhaps you had seen this elk before, and has been destroyed, so it will no longer harm you.
You see her face sour as you start talking about destroying this. And she says, if you destroyed him, you are no friends of mine. And she is going to cast...
damn it.
You spell it, y'all.
I had two paths. I took the wrong path. This or a choose your own adventure book. I would have held the page. I would have just flipped back.
read both.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Back. You all are within a 20-foot radius of each other.
Yeah, you didn't give me enough time to scooch.
Yeah. So she starts mumbling this word, a few words, and I need a dex saving throw from the three of you. Four of you, five of you, because the mummy's there as well. Oh, this poor mummy. Oh, I gotta pull his stats up, son of a biscuit.
Mummy might not have been
Where
close
is
enough
he?
yet. I don't know.
We'll say he was at the door. He didn't come rushing in.
12.
We'll do it that way.
Oh. Natty 1 plus 4 is 5.
Here we go, TPK.
So yeah, we were talking about doing other campaigns, were we? Ellie had a 13. So it was this. So, and what is her spell save? Grr. Okay. So what did everyone have now?
Well,
Sorry, what kind of save was it?
Or
Dex.
dexterity. So I know Aronan failed.
Mm-hmm.
Doc, you had a 13? 12. You
Wow.
failed. Crixus failed. Ellie failed. So you all take all of this. Let's see. This is...
I don't like this at all.
That's 11 bludgeoning damage. And... this might hurt. Ooh. And 12 cold damage. As these icy hailstones seem to appear out of thin air above you in the chamber and slam to the ground all around you.
How much is that?
Battering you with ice. It was 11 and 12, so a total of 23 damage.
I'm going to use my
11
uncanny dodge
bludgeoning
and half.
and 12 cold.
Someone had
You
resistance to
can't
cold?
dodge an AO.
Crixus does.
Correct, Jeff? You cannot dodge an area of effects. right?
No, that's the other one. That's evasion, and you'll get that, I think, at 7th level if you take more levels in Rogue.
So, that also makes the 20-foot circle you guys are all standing in difficult terrain until the end of her next turn.
Great.
Aronan,
Sorry, guys.
it is you, dude. The moose was hers.
I would know
She's a little pissed.
Apparently they were friends.
So what would you like to do, Aronan?
Oh,
I like the attempt. The attempt at negotiation was
it was working.
better than murder hoboing it. Yeah. Honestly, you got everyone in the room, Aronan, so well done.
Yes, don't have to spend an action dashing.
I am going to. Well, at this point, I'm gonna pull out my short sword. So I backed myself up. Damn it! I should have stepped into the room as opposed to back.
The room, if you actually look at the map, is not all that large.
No, but I'm still
fact-
behind Crixus.
I'm going to say the whole lower, like from the sarcophagus door and to the right, that whole corner is what that ice spell made. Ice storm made a difficult
far away
terrain,
is
so
she?
that whole southeast corner, but she's standing on the sarcophagus. So she is literally within, gosh, you guys are all right there. She's 5 feet from you guys.
So we're trying to Three Stooges our
She
way
casts
into the
this-
main door.
Well, you're all in there. Yeah. You've all piled in. This is why the mummy's still in the hallways, because he can't fit in. The 4 of you came in right there in those first 4 spots, and he can't actually fit in. So what would you like to do, Norm? You have your dagger out. No, you don't. You
No, I
actually
put it away.
put it away, didn't you? Yeah.
I'm gonna dual hand crossbow.
Pull the crossbows. Fire, fire.
Fire, fire. Come to Papa.
Fire, fire.
19 to hit.
19 hits.
5 for... Oh, good. 10 damage.
10 damages.
That's good. For a crossbow.
That is very
Yep.
good.
Yeah, I rolled the 6. Let's see here.
You gonna move?
Bonus action, I'm going to use my other crossbow.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Which is being covered up by my numbers and words.
Oh, yeah, you're pulling your weapons as your movement, so...
24.
24 to hit or 24
Yep.
damage?
24. Well, I wish it was 24 damage. 24 to hit.
Yeah, it hits. 24 hits.
3
I'm sorry.
damage.
I'm thinking of my game. You wouldn't do 24 damage with your offhand. I'm thinking of the game Friday night. That's my level 18 people. And it's
Trace.
more like 54 damage on a hit.
Trace damages.
3 damages. 3 damages done. All right, Doc. Unless you wanted to move some, you do, like, I would say that you could pull your crossbows while you were moving if you wanted to move anywhere. Otherwise, we can just leave you where you're at. It's kind of small.
Half speed, you probably can't go too far.
No. But he could get out of the difficult terrain area. But it's only going to last one turn, so. Unless she casts it again.
I don't think he knows you're talking to him.
Yeah. Norm, are you moving or no?
I was looking at something. I thought you were talking to Genius.
Oh.
No, you said
No, are you going to
my...
move? I was talking to Genius.
My...
Okay.
And I'll...
Okay, we'll call that. It's a small
Doc
room. That
will
works.
move.
We'll move to Doc.
She's standing on the sarcophagus.
Yes, she's
All right,
standing on
then,
the sarcophagus.
Doc's going to kind of baseball swing the axe around from behind his back and try to take out her legs.
Okie dokie.
So, first attack is a crit. 19 plus for a crit because I crit on 19s. Dice number 1 is a 12 on a 12. Dice number 2 is an 8. 20 plus 3. 23 for the first hit. That was a good one.
Wow. That's impressive.
But wait. You had 12 and 8 on dice, which is 20 times 2 because it's a crit.
That was the 2 dice.
40.
I rolled 2 dice.
Plus the...
20,
okay.
So 23 total. Yeah, I like rolling 2 dice
okay,
instead of doubling.
Got it.
Okay. Second attack.
However you want to do it.
I'll plan it so that I can rotate all the way around and come around a second time with a full swing. 14 to hit.
Yeah. It hits.
All right.
Not just. It's close to our AC.
Only 5 damage on that one.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to do second win and get a couple hit points back. So that's 4. 4 plus 6 is 10. I'll get 10 back.
Okay.
I'll call that good.
We'll call that good. Then we move to Crixus.
Crixus is going to use a second level prayer of healing.
Okay.
On everyone that he can see within 30 feet. So I imagine that's all of our party.
Yeah, within 30 feet would be everyone. What is the cast time on Prayer of Healing? 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Do you want to start that?
I'm not doing that. Nope, not going to do that.
Yeah, that's not the one you want right now.
Got it.
Crixus just sits down and starts praying.
Yeah, all right, you guys are on your own. Okay.
Like Azim and Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. You whine like a mule, you are still alive.
I'll pull out... No, I'm not going to do that either. All right, if I look around, can I tell which one of my team members is probably the most injured?
It's hard to say. She did a spell that kind of went after everyone, and you all took damage. Oh, yeah, Ellie took damage. Got to damage her up. Um, um, you can tell Ellie doesn't look very good right now. I can say that.
And you can probably tell Doc doesn't care.
She's standing next to you.
Yeah, I'm
Doc
probably
seems
not
to be fine.
feeling the greatest either.
All right. Well,
Ellie and
why don't
Aronan
I?
both look a little woozy.
Yeah. Why don't I just? I'll just cast. I'll do a cure wounds on Aronan if I'm close enough to him, and I think I am
Yep.
because he didn't move.
No, I should be literally
Yep,
right
you guys are-
to your right behind you, right to your right.
You guys are literally in those 4 blocks, right in the
All right.
southeast
9
corner
heal
of the
to
room.
him,
All right.
Thank you, sir.
and then I'm gonna move.
Can I have another?
Right.
I'm gonna move shield up as close as I can to the woman.
All right, so you move right up to the base. Let's see, it would have been Aronan stepped back, so he's in the back row. Doc is in the front row. Ellie was first one in, so she's in the front row. So you step to the side. So the 3 of you are in the front row looking up at the sarcophagus with Aronan behind you guys. The shrub comes around the corner from the right and goes after Ellie. It comes around and you hear it like yell a battle cry. Like it talks when it comes after Ellie, and it yells, "You killed my mother!" and goes after Ellie. It doesn't make any sense.
Shrubbery.
But this shrubbery is ready to fight and coming. So swings at Ellie. Ooh, that die went all over the place. Where did it go? Ooh, that's not good. That is a +1, and her AC is, yep, it hits her. It doesn't hit for much, but this little thorny limb comes out and starts just like poking at her, scraping across her skin. Ooh, and does a max damage 3 to her. So Ellie takes 3 damage as this little shrubbery scrapes across the hand that's holding her mace. Oh no, she didn't pick it up yet. She's got her one hand out. She kind of put her hand out to block the shrub, and it got it. Or shield out, actually. But it damaged her for 3. That's what I'm getting at.
It got her. It
all
got her
right.
good.
It got her. It got her good. So then the druid is going to, let's see. It is going to
Just give up. Just give up. Do it now. Give up.
No. She feeling outnumbered is going to start muttering the same words you heard before. And you know what's coming. No, that's not the die. I need deck saves from the 4 of you.
Better this time, guys.
I can't get any worse. I didn't get much better.
Let's see what Ellie's got. Nope, Ellie failed. Aronan failed.
Yep, I got an 8.
Crixus,
Hell.
fail. 10. Doc,
5.
5. Ooh, all fails again. So, as these just chunks of ice start forming in the sky above you and rain down on you. Ooh, that's nice. Ooh, that's nice for you guys. You take 2 points of bludgeoning damage as she rolls 2 1s on her 2d8 for that. And then the cold damage, that's not so nice. And you take 11 cold damage, so a total of 13 damage. 2 bludgeoning and 11 cold. problem with that is when that hits, Ellie falls to the ground, unconscious. That is difficult terrain by you guys still, but other than Crixus, Doc, and Aronan, actually, this is actually not the best position because it's Crixus, Doc, Ellie, and then Aronon's behind him, and it's difficult terrain. You can move through friendly squares, though, so that's helpful. It is Ellie's turn, so she needs a death saving throw. So
That's not good.
It's not optimal.
No, that is not optimal.
that's a failure at 8.
When in doubt, heal the healers.
Then we move back to Aronan.
Hell. So how does rough terrain move? I have half movement?
Half your movement through it. It takes twice as much movement to move through one. So a 5-foot square takes 10 feet of movement to move through.
Okay. So am I going to be able to pull my sword as I move up to her?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that. I'm going to move the 15 feet because I shouldn't be that I shouldn't be that far away from her.
Let's see, where are you? You're back there, so you move 10. You could actually get around to the backside of her on the sarcophagus if you wanted.
Oh, could I?
Because
Okay.
you use 20 feet to get through your 10 feet, and then you have another 10 feet of movement once you're out of that area.
Oh, because it's only
And
in
you
a
can
certain
get around
area.
the backside
Okay.
of her.
All right, I'll do that.
It's
Yeah,
only in that certain area. So, okay, so you draw your short sword and you move around to the backside of her.
Yes,
trying
sir.
to create a diversion so she stops focusing on the rest of the party.
And at least get me out of her
Right? What would you like to do?
her icy
That's your movement, so
clutches. Yep, I'm gonna attack.
okay.
15 hits?
15 does hit her.
Question mark. All right.
Yep, 15 hits.
For 7.
For 7.
Only 7. Can I kneel down behind the sarcophagus and pretend to hide?
No, because she's standing on top of it. She's got vision all over the place right now.
So would she have been close enough to anybody for me to get the sneak attack dice as well, or is she still back off?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You have both Doc and Crixus in melee range over on the other side.
All right, so you can add another 6 to that for sneak attack, or for my
Okay.
whatever you want to call it.
You only rolled a 6 on 3d6.
That is a true statement. Guess how many ones I got?
Wow. As many as she did on her 2d8. 2?
That would be a correct statement.
Okay, that's Aronan. Doc, you saw Ellie fall next to you. You see this frost root in front of you. You see all these crumbled ice strewn about the floor.
Would there
Crixus
be
to your left.
would Doc think that he could get up on the sarcophagus without any effort? And is there enough room for him to stand up there with her?
You would, yes, be able to get up on the sarcophagus with her. It's going to take a strength check to oppose her, to push her to one side of it, because she's kind of standing in the middle of it right now. So I will allow you to get up there. You're going to need a contested strength check to move her off to the side so that you can occupy the 2 squares.
Does that would that take an action to do?
No, I can say that's your movement.
I will attempt that.
It's going to be all your movement, though.
Ugh, not good. Strength check. Only 9.
Yeah, she kind of puts her hand on your head and pushes you back down,
All right.
keeping you on the ground. There was no way you were getting up there. She rolled in that 20.
All right. Swing. 23 to hit. Oh, another 12.
Yep.
So 15 damage.
Nice.
Second attack, 16 to hit, 9 damage.
All right.
And then since the bad things are happening, he's going to use his action surge and go for another 2 attacks. 18 to hit for 8 damage.
Okay.
And last one is probably going to miss 9, so miss.
Yep, that misses. All right.
And I don't think he has any bonus
It
actions.
is.
So.
Nope.
Nope.
Didn't you action surge?
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that your
It's not.
bonus
It's
action?
actually just a one-time free action.
Oh, it's just one. Okay, yeah. I get confused. I haven't played a warrior or a fighter,
Yeah.
in a long while. Crixus, we are to you. Ellie's on the ground. Doc tried to climb up on him. You see him get shoved back, and he seems to get frustrated by this and goes to town on this druid a little bit from the ground with his axe. Aronan had moved around to the backside. Seems to have a bit of her attention as well.
Am I in melee range with her?
With the druid, yes. You can... Right. Nope. There isn't going to be a place where you can get out of it, or not get out of it and stand by Ellie.
Right. I will healing word then on Ellie.
Okay.
At 3rd level.
Bring her up. 3rd level healing word.
Ooh. Oh, good. 18.
I was gonna say that's a good healing word.
2 4s and a 2.
Nice.
What did you say, Genius?
So you cast healing word from the distance. And Ellie, you see Ellie actually turn her head to the side and open her eyes. And she seems to take a quick assessment of what is going on. And you see recognition that she remembers, oh yeah, we were fighting. The shrub comes over and standing by Ellie is going to attack her.
Such a ridiculous thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and it's going to hit her.
She's prone, so it has advantage, right?
Yep. Oh, I should actually roll that second die in case it's...
I want to see this bush crit.
It's not a crit. Yeah. There's a show title for you. I want to see this bush crit. Does 2 damage to Ellie as it rakes across her face. This thorny branch off of it. So it just drags open this slice under her eye. Then we move forward to the druid. The druid is going to oh, which one do I want to do?
Do whichever one doesn't kill me. How about that?
I'm almost as a
She's distracted by her bush.
Spread out on her. Yeah, the Norm's movement around the backside was actually makes my decision tougher. If you guys were all still together, there would be her last ice storm coming.
Oh,
but because he moved, I can't catch all of you with it. So, that does that, and that does that. Boom, shellac, like boom. She is going to change.
She shouldn't change. She should stay the same crazy druid she's always been.
With all those guys watching?
Oh. Yeah, with all these men in the room. Ellie's gonna run up and hold the towel up for her. It'll be like a good magic illusion. She pulls the towel away, and suddenly this druid is a wolf. No, Ellie isn't holding the towel, but the druid is going to shape change. You see her change into a wolf in front of you.
Should you do that as an action?
And then, yep. So then I need to do this. Pull this up. Ooh.
Did anybody grab a muzzle from the
Something.
muzzle store?
I forgot mine.
She changes into the wolf as it.
Genius.
Does she?
Cast spells as the wolf?
Doc wouldn't know that.
So suddenly there is this white wolf with this blue stained teeth standing on top of the sarcophagus. Ellie is going to stand up, and she is going to take her mace. She's picking her mace up as she's standing up, and she's going to beat the shit out of this shrub. She's sick of this thing. She's got blood running down her cheek from where she got cut open by it. She is going to just hit it. Holy cow.
Wow.
It's only got a 9 AC, but she just hit it. For 4 damages. And then as a bonus action, she's going to pull out the spiritual weapon to occupy the space next to the druid on top of the thing. And it gets to attack in that moment. 17 hits the wolf's AC. And
So
it
I
does...
would like to volunteer that the spiritual weapon has appeared as a rolled up newspaper to bop the dog on the nose.
Yes. A rolled up newspaper, the Lothander Times, rolled up, smacks the wolf in the nose for 5 damage.
What the hell was that?
Wolf's hit points here, which aren't many.
All kinds of.
Oh,
I don't know what was.
I know
it?
what happened.
What did you hear? Did you hear my dice? Oh,
No,
okay.
I started typing and must have been hotkeys for about 12 different sound effects. And so you heard a wah wah and a bunch of spells and
That was awesome. It was a cacophony.
Oh my gosh. So 16, 18, it took 4? Is it 4 damage she did with the 5
Yeah, I
damage?
think it's 5.
Okay. And that will move us on to then Aronan. We're back to you. You've moved around the backside. This spiritual weapon, rolled up newspaper, the Lothander Times, just knocked the snot out of the wolf a little bit. You're standing there with your short sword. What would you like to do?
This is
Sit.
yeah. Bad wolf.
You want a treat?
Try to lure it into the corner with some of my food from my bag. I'm going to obviously use my short sword again. So I'm kind of well, the wolf would be at my height now because if it's
Yeah, basically staring at you, eye to eye ish.
all right. I'm going to do an overhead chop. Overhead chop. Yeah.
Kung Fu chop.
Yeah, kind of on the swinging for its neck.
Okay. Swing away, sir. Swing away.
24. 24.
24 hits.
Fucking
sure.
better.
Sneak attack.
For 8 damage.
8 damages.
Is that with sneak attack?
Oh, and sneak attack. Thank you, genius. I'm a terrible rogue. Did you know that? Oh, this definitely made up for my last roll. 15.
Ooh.
15
damage. For the
15 extra damage.
Sneak attack?
Yep.
Okay, so that. And then she reverts back to her druid form on all fours on top of the sarcophagus now.
Doggy style.
As you slash through the side of her with your short sword.
What style?
Doggy style.
Oh, doggy.
Doggy style.
No, it was actually doggy style before.
Oh, you guys. Oh, you guys. All right.
All right. So, point of clarification: if she's on all fours, is she prone? I know it's for flavor, but
Semi-prone?
he wants to say no, but he doesn't want to take away the cool. It's the difference between. She's not laying
the
down.
part of me, I'm just thinking about the. Yeah, I want to say no because she's at height level. You aren't getting any real advantage. You still got to swing through normally. You weren't coming down. It isn't. You're still, especially you. You're almost having to swing up at her. Still.
I mean,
because you're a dwarf, and this is like a 3 foot.
If you want to say no. She's
okay. Yeah, no, I don't think you would have advantage on this.
So I'll just have to roll a 20 on.
Maybe Crixus because he's
taller.
taller.
Roll 20 on one die instead of 2. And it just.
There you go.
Not even joking.
Rolls the 20.
Shut up.
Oh my gosh. That's
okay,
amazing.
So that's
beautiful.
3 damage plus 11 is 14 plus the modifier is 3, so 17 damage on the first hit.
Hey Doc, how did she die?
All right, let's say this because she's on all fours. I'll hit her with the flat side of the axe and kind of knock her right in the face. And just
all right. we got to get that waffle ironed on the side of your axe. That's can do that. Yes, you take the flat of the axe and you just break in her face. And just there's a sickening crunch as the skull just kind of goes.
And the bushes go.
And then there's a shriek. There's a shriek from the floor when this happens, as this shrub goes absolutely berserk.
Second attack at the shrub, or I'd have to move into.
And you'd have to move.
All right. I'll go ahead and move. And it's a loss. 22 to hit.
22 does hit the shrub.
10 damage.
10 damage to the shrub. All right.
That felt like a good job.
That's all. All right, Crixus.
All right, so
you see Doc bash in the skull with the flat of his axe of the druid. The bush goes ballistic, and Doc turns and smacks it once good with the axe. It's still there. It's shaking and quivering and
shivering quiff.
Yeah, shivering quiff.
All right.
Critical roll fans.
I mean, we can't communicate with this bush, right? So
it's
I
think it said something before.
All right.
It said something. It spoke in common earlier.
All right, I'm just gonna say.
You want to try and reason with the bush?
Yeah, I'm gonna say out loud like, you are free from her control, little bushman. And then, probably hum the safety song or something like that, and then
you hear this quivering voice come out of it, and it seems to calm down a little bit. It says, "You'll let me live?
If you promise not to harm anyone, I'm sure our mummy friend would allow you safe passage from this place.
I I can give you um here, you can have some of these. And he kind of extends branches out from him, and on the branches are these like blueberries. So you can eat these. It's food. It's good. It's part of what she ate all the time to keep her alive. It's what she ate out here in the woods because it's so cold they can't find anything. Well, yeah, it stained her teeth. I know, but they're blueberries.
Not from blowing
they
Smurfs.
don't do anything.
The
They're
jury
tasty.
was out.
What's a Smurf?
It's like a chewinga.
Oh, okay. Suddenly the Chewinga's got a theme song now. Da, 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 da.
I'll fill my pocket with these good berry style berries, and
There are 21 of these berries on him. Do you pick them all?
yes, I mean,
And
if he allows
put them
me
in a
to
little
do so.
pouch that you got. Yeah. Yep. He will allow you to take them. I'm free to go then.
I look around at my team. I need their blessing before we allow the bush to walk free.
As you look around at the team, there's a familiar voice in your head, Crixus. Goes, oh, that is a most interesting specimen of plant.
It's your buddy, your ride along.
Yeah.
Can you put a few of those berries into my satchel, please?
Crixus will try to communicate non-verbally with him and say,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
That's what it's for, my research. He's sentient, which is different. Sentient. I don't think there's going to be any harm in the berries. They seem non-poisonous for folk like us. If she was living off of them, which clearly she was eating some of them, I see from the blue stains coming from her mouth, which you can't see so much anymore. It's kind of red now, but yes, that should be good. I think if we can get 2 more samples that I do not have, and then send the satchel to the greenhouse in Brinchander. There's a greenhouse where they do agricultural study in Brinchander, and if we can find a couple more neat or unique specimens, then maybe we can go turn in my work. What say you?
Of course, whatever I can do to get you out of my head.
Excellent.
Are we officially out of combat?
Yes. If you're letting the shrub go. Crixus, he kind of looks around after negotiating with his plant, picks some berries off of it, and you guys hear the whole conversation. And then he kind of looks to you guys, and then as he's looking to you, he suddenly gets this, 1,000-foot stare. And he's off in a different place for about 2 minutes. Ellie grabs your arm, Crixus, and shakes it. You okay?
Fine, this entity in my mind wanted to have a conversation at the worst possible time.
I see. We're letting Bushman go here?
He clearly means us no harm. He was clearly just protecting this woman. I don't see it as a problem. And perchance he might be of assistance to someone.
Make a persuasion check, Crixus. Because Ellie seems uncharacteristically a little angry about this, that we're considering letting this go.
15 on my persuasion.
I'm gonna put in my 2 cents and say, let him go, hack him up. I don't care. Let's figure this shit out.
Let him go, let him grow.
Ellie kind of reaches up and wipes blood from her cheek with her one hand. And
Not gonna lie, the suspense is killing me.
she says, I don't trust it. She turns and swings with her mace and clobbers it. And it stops moving.
I was going to say right in the berries, but he doesn't have any left.
Doesn't have any left. Right where the berries would have been.
Right in the berries.
Crixus looks
And then-
at Crixus looks at Aronan with a glance that very clearly says, like, this is taking a toll on Ellie. Like,
Yeah,
the Ellie that I met at the onset would not have held a grudge like that.
and when Crixus looks at me, I'm basically gonna have my eyebrows up like shit. Like this is my job, not Ellie's. Like I'm the one that's supposed to be the asshole and go on a murdering rampage.
She looks at you guys after she bashes it and kind of turns and looks at you, and you got your eyebrows up, Aronan, and she looks at Crixus, who was very clearly whispering with you. And she goes, I don't trust it, guys. I wouldn't eat those berries. I don't trust it. Sorry. And she points at the gash in her cheek that is still bleeding.
So, forgive me for actually being the voice
That
of
could go out
reason
and kill a bunch of chewingas.
for once.
That could go out and kill a rabbit. That could go out and kill many other things that are smaller than it. I don't trust it.
I'm gonna be the voice of
Puts her
reason.
hand to her cheek and cast.
We'll probably take a
which-
short rest or something,
Yeah.
so she may want to.
No, she casts Cure Wounds
Okay.
on herself. She is
She doesn't like
in a
getting
mood
knocked
right
out.
now. No, that was not a fun thing for her. Oh, she rolled a 1 on the Cure Wounds.
And can we search the room?
The nice thing is it's 8 hit points. Yes, you can absolutely search the room. Inside the room, you find, well, of course, there is a rack of drying herbs. An unfurled bedroll is behind the sarcophagus. You see where she had a little area where she had a fire that she would make that kind of kept this room warm. As you start digging through, let's see. You don't find anything around other than, I mean, she's got a wooden staff, but it's a piece of wood. She's got a little like spell component pouch on her. Her armor is leather, just base leather armor. There isn't anything super special about her. She seems to live off the land, and her stuff is handmade.
You guys want to check the sarcophagus?
There's
All right, now.
You guys want to take a rest?
Yeah, we need to take a rest because I am in a bad way. We haven't taken a long rest in a while, have we?
No. We fought a banshee, and then a moose, and then the woman in the bush.
It is early evening, probably at this point.
I'm going to suggest that we all take a long rest, so we can kind of heal up and before exploring the rest, because I'm banged up. I think looking at everybody else, clearly Ellie needs a nap. She's a bit on the cranky side.
Before we do, can I ask the mummy a few questions?
When you say clearly Ellie needs a nap, she's a bit on the cranky side. She looks at you and she goes, I'm not cranky.
I don't want to go to bed.
I'm going to take a nap. I'm going to lay down here. But a nap does sound good. Crix, as you walk over to the mummy, he comes sauntering in. Well, that was unique.
I'll ask, did you know about that woman? Who that might have been?
No. I have no idea who that was.
Do you know who's in this tomb?
In this tomb? Oh. No. I'm not sure. I really have no idea who's in this tomb.
Is this place safe to bar the door and rest?
Well, if we allow the door to close and the magic to work, only someone with a moonbeam spell or the appropriate time of the month would open the door.
Does that mean we're trapped inside?
A good question.
Only if we close the door tightly.
Yeah, let's not do
It is
that.
propped open decently enough.
Maybe
right
we
now.
don't want to stay
So we'll have to do a long rest with someone guarding.
Well, there is the opening. He says, pointing to the little 2-foot opening that's 30 feet in the air.
Yeah. So actually, we just need the mummy to stand guard because he doesn't sleep, right? So we can just ask him if something comes to wake us up.
Well, I've had plenty of rest over the last 200 years. I think I could stay up the night for you.
I'd still take a first watch.
Sure, whatever works.
Well, if you take a long rest, the long rest with the mummy watching would be 8 hours instead of the 12 that I normally imagine it as.
It's up to you guys. If you don't
Long
trust
rest?
the mummy,
Just a moment, it'll be fine.
yep.
All right?
Yeah,
Are we
long rest.
Sleeping in this
Long
in this
resting.
room? It was just so I'm gonna sleep in the doorway so it can't shut.
Okay.
I could
You
And
push the door open, prop it open with the rock, and then fall asleep there.
yeah, once Ellie's asleep, I'm gonna ask Critics if I can eat a berry just to see if it seems safe.
So, side note, can't we just use the immovable rod or that? Yeah, instead of
Yeah.
You absolutely could.
Would be a good idea.
yeah,
That would be a good idea to prop open the door.
and then
so you put the movable rod on the door to open it up.
Yep.
Keep it open.
Yep, and then I'm going to actually pick up my hand crossbows while I'm at it because I had dropped those.
Yep.
And I'm going to... Are the herbs that we're drying, are those usable by any of us, or are they just... Do we know if they're healing properties or if they're just...
Crixus, do you go over and look at them?
Yeah, of course.
Ah, there's more. Grab some of them as well. Especially those blue ones. Those blue leaves are something different. I have not seen those in my searches.
You might be rid of this guy faster than you thought.
Nice. I will grab them and place them into the satchel. Here you go, Doc. Have at it. And I'll toss him a couple berries.
All right, I'll eat 2 of the berries.
And you instantly turned into a Smurf via Willy Wonka.
No, it just looks like you blew one. Your teeth end up stained blue, and it will be kind of hard to hide the fact that you ate 2 of these for the next 24 hours.
That seems fine.
Yeah,
Does
it's
it
all
get
fine.
You high, man.
All right, I'm gonna take my long rest then.
Okay. Everyone take ye old long rest. Ellie's already asleep. So she is very, very happy being back at the farm.
I'm sure she is.
All right. You awake in the morning. The mummy's still sitting. There's like Doc. You got the immovable rod holding the door open. Doc's sleeping in the floor by the immovable rod. The zombie's in the hallway, just kind of keeping an eye on things. Or not zombie, mummy. I keep saying zombie for some reason. The mummy is in the hallway, keeping an eye on things.
Slight distinction.
Doc, you stir awake, and he kind of looks back and he says, "Oh, you're awake. That is good."
Yeah.
Shall we see the others? How the others are doing?
Yeah, I think it's time to wake them up. Do I have anything besides my horn that's noisy? Yeah, I'll go over to Crixus' shield and I'll kind of bang on it with a metal weapon. Morning, everyone.
Ugh. Ellie and Aronan and Crixus are all stirred awake by the ruckus that is Doc banging on Crixus' shield with his axe.
Aronan would jump.
Doc, seriously?
Aronan would jump up and like move like he's being attacked. So I'd reach for my daggers, and then I would realize it was Doc and still pull one out and point it at him.
Seriously, Doc, that's not a good way to wake up.
The quick way to wake up.
It's the asshole way to wake up.
Ellie stretches
Probably how
out
Doc
hands.
was woken up many times in the arena.
Oh yeah, that's how That's how people are woken up. Doc.
Sleep.
It's the best way, most
Sleep
effective
a little
way.
shallow when you know that's going to be your wake-up call.
I guess.
All right. Now, how do you guys feel about the sarcophagus? As
All right.
Doc is looking for some, happy feelings about helping him.
I'm gonna go grab the movable rod and put it back in the bag of holding.
Okay.
I'm gonna direct Aronan to carefully search the room while Doc and I try to figure out, check the sarcophagus for traps and try to figure out how to use our strength to lift it.
All right. I shall search for traps.
Okay, make an investigation check.
Oh, Doc, you threw me off this morning. Natty 1 plus my 5 is 6.
Ooh, yeah, you don't find any traps. You don't find any traps at all.
I will proudly
Thanks for
announce
checking, Aronan.
I will proudly announce that we are trap free.
You are completely safe.
Nothing to see
Our
here.
safety is in your hands. I completely trust you.
All right. I'll start giving a push on the lid and see if how many people it's gonna take to get this thing open.
Make a strength check.
11.
11. You can get it to move a little bit, but it's going to be tough to push it off yourself.
All right.
Ellie sees what you're doing and goes to assist you. Crixus, do you help as well?
Yep.
All right, so all 3 of you together on 3 push this lid off, and it falls off, and you're immediately met with this smell of stench and decay. It's not like pumpkin spice like the mummy at all. It is. There is a half decomposed female in there. Dressed similarly to the druid that you fought.
Could be sister or parent or mother, sister or mother or something, maybe a relative.
Girlfriend.
Crixus, you want to make a medicine check?
I would like to do that.
Are we saying it's the mummy's side piece? Is that what we're saying?
15.
Your best calculations, you guess that whoever this is died a month and a half ago.
Recently.
The cold has slowed the decomposition of the body, though. So it's hard to tell, really. But it's actually in fairly decent condition for a corpse.
Does that timeline line up with the darkness? Has been for a long time, right? So this would have been after the darkness.
This darkness.
Does it line up with the moose? Like moose sightings?
Make an intelligence check.
Doc's good at those. 8.
You think that makes sense to you. That completely lined up. Yeah, with the moose. You think her death may have had something to do with the moose's sightings.
Investigate. Someone who's better at that than me.
You want to sort of
I'll assist.
dig around in the sarcophagus? Okay. So someone at advantage can make
I have a plus 3
check.
What were we doing? Investigation?
Yeah.
I'm a plus 4.
Yep.
Alright. Search with advantage, then.
Doc calls you over and says, Hey, Aronan, take a look in here. See if you can find anything. You're good at this.
Come to Papa. 15.
15? Yeah, digging around in there, you find a shark skin pouch. Inside of it, there are these 2 crystal vials. And in one of them is a, it's like it almost looks like shadow swirling around within water. And then in the other one is, it's a crimson liquid that kind of pulses with a dull light. Watching it pulse, it makes you think of like a heartbeat.
Oh, cool.
2 mystery potions.
Is that something I'm assuming I would have no idea what that is, right?
You could actually, well, let's see. What would you have to make? Probably have to make an Arcana check.
Say if random things were given to arena combatants, maybe Doc had seen something before, but I don't know if they would have been spending that on essentially slaves. So those would have been So never seen anything like that.
Probably not. If you want to take a little taste of it, try and identify it, you could.
I got a 3 in my Arcana check.
Sure,
Yeah, you have no idea what this stuff is, Aronan, as you're looking at it. The one that's almost like a beating heart kind of creeps you out a little bit.
Yeah,
honestly.
same here. So I'll just take a little taste of the shadow swirl one.
I'm gonna ask him if he's actually crazy. Like, what are you doing? Yeah. Like, why are you?
As he puts it on his blue tongue.
Yep, and Ellie looks at you and is like, "You ate some of those berries, didn't you?"
If 2 of them mean some, then yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And you put that little bit of the potion on your tongue, and there's like shadow that kind of seeps out of you for like half a second, and there's a sheen of what looks like a magical almost body armor that happens for literally just a second, and it almost looks like sunglasses on you.
Well, that was interesting.
Ellie looks at it and goes, "Oh, yeah, that's gonna I've seen that before. There was a prior to meeting you guys, I had a fight with a local alchemist, and that will help prevent radiant damage to you. It gives you resistance to radiant damage. It's a potion of resistance, radiant."
Cool.
She goes, "I've seen that before." He drank the damn thing, and I trying to get rid of him for this family, but made him formidable foe when all I could do was lob radiant spells at him. It's when I learned how to use this thing, and she picks up her mace.
Yeah, the other one kind of creeps me out a little. I think I'm gonna pass on that one. Unless, I mean, I'm willing to be the guinea pig, but
I'll try it if you want. I think I know what it is. I might know what it is. And she takes a little finger of the red.
I'm not gonna stop anybody from tasting random things.
Oh. Wow. Whew. Okay.
Cinnamon.
Wow. All right. Yeah, that's got a kick. That would if any of you are tired, that's gonna help. No, no, it's not. No, it's not Fireball, Doc. I know what that tastes like, and I don't want that. I don't want that again. But no, that's some good shit. No, it is, and she actually looks at it and she's like, "This is going to hang on to that one. That one will be important." I have a feeling if any of us are exhausted, that will be a very good thing. It's a potion of vitality, which when you drink this potion, it removes any exhaustion you are suffering, cures any disease or poison affecting you, and for the next 24 hours, you regain the maximum number of hit points for any hit die you spend.
Ooh.
So, that's a nice potion. That's a good one.
Sweet. Couple great potions there, randomly.
I feel like Ellie or Crixus should have those because they can help us. And if they can help us, who's going to help them?
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take them both if you want, and we can figure it out later.
Yeah, do that.
Okay.
All right. So we've pretty much cleared out this thing.
Yeah. Oh, there's other places you can explore down here if you want to spend the rest of your morning exploring before heading back.
There's still a mirror that we had to interact with, yes.
Yeah, I mean, we need to go and figure the rest of the dungeon out.
Yeah.
Or the two.
Doc's gonna go check out. Doc's gonna go check out that other door and just see if there's any way into it without magic.
You go and look at that other door, and it is sealed tight.
Yeah, I have proficiency in like stone masonry and stuff, so I had, if there's a crack, I can find it, but it is not.
There is a crack, but it is so slight that, like, Crixus, Ellie, and Aronan Aronan might see it, but Crixus and Ellie are going to have no idea where the seam on this door is. It is locked tight. It would require, as you know, and confirming this, your mummy friend comes up behind you and says, "Yes, that would require the next half phase of the moon to open. So we can either wait here a month, unless one of you has a moon spell."
I think we've established we have nothing
Yeah,
other than.
I don't think we're gonna hang out here for. Would it take roughly 7 days to get from full to half?
Yeah,
7
Quarter of the way
seconds,
through.
maybe.
that's
So
it's a shame because the other thing is, and he kind of walks over. He goes, "Over here is this mirror, and this mirror. It's a scrying mirror, but it can only be activated. I mean, you do have to attune to it, and then it does have to be activated with the moonlight on the moon
which
dial."
we knew, which it was full moon currently. So
Yes. Yeah. So,
somebody want to attune to the mirror?
I can attune to the mirror. I have a slot open.
okay, you take an hour to attune to the mirror. It is a scrying mirror. It allows you to scry on anyone you kind of want to. So who do you want to scry on? Anyone?
Yeah, it
Crixus?
said on the moon dial. It says, "Gaze upon your own face and have 7 questions answered." That feels like a good thing.
Do you want a week to think about it, Crixus?
If I have to ask 7 questions now, I don't have them. So
You don't have to ask 7 questions. It's a scrying mirror, is what it is.
yeah, I mean, I'll scry on someone.
Looking at it, it ends up it's an oval mirror that's 7 feet tall and 3 feet wide. Let's see. It will. Ooh. You could use it. You could use it to cast a scrying spell. You do also understand that you can, as you attune to it, you start realizing all these things. It acts like a crystal ball. So if you wanted to search crystal ball in D&D Beyond, I will tell you all these things. Though you can cast detect thoughts. While you are scrying with the crystal ball to get a sense of what your target is thinking. Yeah, that's what it is. It acts as a crystal ball with mind reading. So you can scry on something and get their thoughts.
Interesting. Do I have a sense of whether like it uses or it has a limit of how many uses that it has? So I would test it out, but I don't want to waste it, quote unquote.
You make an Arcana check.
Okay. It's bad.
Bad.
3.
You guess based on the Elvish wording on the moon dial that you'd have 7 uses.
Yeah, makes sense. Of course it does. I will not use it right now.
Okay. Then we will end the session. You see Crixus looking into the mirror at himself and it looking back at him, and you can tell he's deep in thought, and it's just back to his reflection, to him, to his reflection, to him. And when it flips to the reflection, you see the mummy and Aronan kind of standing behind him, and it slowly just zooms in on Crixus's face. And we'll pick up there with him thinking about who to scry on. We'll start next session with a scry.
Awesome.
So take a week, Crixus. Think about who you'd like to peek in on. Anyone from the past. If it's a really obscure early campaign reference, please let me know who it is so I have something prepared. Or don't let me know, and we'll see how well I can improv some stuff.
I mean, I've got some ideas of what I would do for fun. Of course, I think I want to scry on the Frost Maiden to figure out exactly where we need to go. But, also a big part of me wants to scry on Marta, see what she's up to. We'll
you creeper.
What about that guy that's supposed to be in the prison or whatever? That'd be a good one to scry on.
Another one would be
that'd be a bad idea.
Captain Golden Pants running around.
Captain Golden Pants.
Runa from the first adventure. The first adventure. She got blown up.
Scry on Runa. You could scry on the shop owner that you ripped off in Luskin.
We don't care about him.
You could scry on.
But to make some notes here, there's a lot of opportunity here.
Yeah, there is.
Oh yeah. I'm sure Jeff is going to comb the back catalog to find people you could scry on this week and keep sending them out to you. How about this one?
Captain Butterskull, was that or Butters?
The Butterskull Ranch, yeah. Oh my gosh.
All right.
Old callbacks here.
Thanks everybody for popping in today. We're gonna close this shop down. We are Two Nerds One Quest. You can hit us up anywhere that we have social media. Two Nerds One Quest. So twitter.com/Two Nerds One Quest, patreon.com/Two Nerds One Quest. Give some support. Tell people about the show. Have others come and join us in the chat. Join the Patreon. $1 a month gets you the podcast with the pre and post show content. I'm looking to get the podcast back up in actual regular form back out there, but that takes a little bit of time and cost. So help us along. Join the Patreon. There are some other cool rewards as well, such as voting on encounters. We have a monthly...
Which is behind, but I have ideas. So
right.
I owe you guys 2 polls right now.
Gotcha.
I'll take them both at once.
And I came up with some ideas.
Yeah, you will.
Take them both. Well, yeah, that's kind of... There's still stuff out there that needs to show up yet, too. I gotta find a place to drop something. Oh, I could have dropped it in this episode, too. Fuck.
Anyway, yeah.
Myself.
So we have stuff. Yeah. We have cool stuff. Discord. Join the Discord. That is free. Talk to us. We do stuff other than just D&D in there. Movies, music, games, whatever. Pick our brains, I guess.
Yeah.
Join us. Join us in the Discord.
Ask questions.
Ask questions.
Take with questions if you got them.
Yep. It's a great way to get a hold of us.
I like questions.
So for me, for JC, for Cooch, and for the Lazy Dragon Genius, we are Two Nerds One Quest, and we will catch you next week.
Well, that Acquisitions Incorporated guy with the lisp, I'd like to hear from him again.
Say,
have I told you about my Lord and Savior, Judith Court?